Well, when you're stuck in traffic, what do you look at? A Next viewer reached out to us about an eyesore she sees west of C-470 near Morrison. It's a stretch of highway that sees enough drivers every day to fill Mile High. So what's the deal with the boarded up home owned by Jefferson County that overlooks C-470 and part of Red Rocks? Marshall Zellinger went to go check it out.
When traffic is flowing on C-470, you might miss what plenty of drivers see when rush hour hits.
In the morning and afternoon commutes, it slows down and maybe people are looking from side to side and notice that the building's there.
People like Jennifer, who emailed Next wanting to know about a boarded up home west of C-470 near Morrison Road that Jefferson County bought for $585,000 in 2020.
This was a land acquisition that had a small house on it. What we did was we purchased this property with the intent of now having contiguous land that we could ultimately develop for the people of the county and those who want to come and visit.
Matt Robbins from Jefferson County Open Space challenges you to abandon your traditional thoughts on what you think is an abandoned home.
When people see that some of the windows are boarded up, it's to keep the critters out. We have rangers and staff that visit it regularly to make sure that it's actually in good standing.
Jeffco bought the property, not just the home. 6.3 acres surrounded by and now part of Mount Glennon Park.
Because this house has some infrastructure, including a roadway and utilities at the location, it could make for an ideal trailhead at one point.
But the don't call it an abandoned home will likely be preserved for a while, just like the land where it sits.
We're doing an evaluation of all of the land. That includes some of the paleontology that we know is there. We know there are dinosaur tracks and other things along that hogback. We need to do an evaluation of that.
Not to mention the county has other parks and open space to maintain before creating new ones.
Repairing those kiosks and restrooms and trailheads that are already out there that need some support. I don't have a timeline for when we're going to get this done, but it is on our radar and it is a priority.
You know, in this housing market, they could just flip it for twice as much. Robbins points out that the money that paid for the property is from a 0.5% sales tax specifically for open space. It's not just your general property tax dollars or anything like that. And that sales tax specifically for open space has existed for 50 years now.
So there's that house, but then there's another house nearby that a lot of people wonder about.
Right, if you go up Soda Lakes, there's a house that you hit first before that road closure, and they're not worried about that property because it's just the property, the home itself, and you saw on the map, like the 6.3 acres went into the hogback, and that's what they were interested in when the property was for sale. It's like it's surrounded by open space, whereas the other home isn't necessarily, and you could have a complete trail system now that they have that second property. And when it happens, who knows? Jennifer, you might have to email us in like 5 years and say what's going on.
A lot of cool open space in Jeffco. Marshall Zellinger, thank you. Appreciate it.